I will now play 20 uninterrupted seconds of audio from the Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson film, The Lighthouse. Silence, please.
I don't think you should. I think we will get in trouble if you do that.
Legally, I'm allowed to play 20 seconds of it.
You're fond of me lobster, ain't you? Drunken enough for gin.
No, all right.
I've seen it. You're fond of me lobster. Say it. Say it. Say it.
I don't have to say nothing.
Danny!
Alright. That's all. I want that to be on the record as the 20 seconds of audio, which again, is legally allowed for use under fair use. That is the 20 seconds of audio that has been playing through my brain the entire time I have been playing the video game Dredge. Just admit to him that you're fond of his lobster, Robert Pattinson. What's your fucking problem? Anyway.
It's just the nature of their relationship, just how it is.
So, we're here. We're at the Devil's Spine. We have a cargo hold full of perfectly fine mackerel. Wonder what the traveling merchant has to say about this horrible, horrible place that we find ourselves living in. What was this place? Yeah, I think it's because they built on an ancient... Yeah. Active volcano. Yeah, probably. I'd have to imagine that the active volcano wasn't great for the civilization.
Probably not the best.
I'm not really sure why I come here, says the traveling merchant. I appreciate that she does come here, I guess. So there's a dock in the middle of the spine and at the top of the spine. So... Dude, I don't know. Let's just look around, I guess. There's gonna be something horrible here that attacks me. Bottle from that one dickhead. No thanks. No thanks. What if I told you to fuck off, you weird little fucking chittering fish creatures? I'm looting this bottle. I'm just gonna go right back to port while I read this bottle. I don't know what was up with those fish. My darling, I have found you at last. When you left, I was scattered to the winds, but now I feel almost whole again. There is just one thing left to do. Throw me back.
Throw it back.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that if I get too many of those fish near me, bad things happen. So I'm gonna just chug along to the dock over here so that I'm by somewhere relatively safe. There's lots of dredgeable goods over here, it looks like. And the island of the fish perverts, because look at those statues. They've got robes on them. And a man.
I thought this guy was made out of stone for a half second.
Oh, rapturous day! A fresh disciple carried to me atop the waves. Come ashore, weak thing, and rest your weary soul.
Just passing through.
Alright. No, I'll wait for a second. There's fish out there that mean me harm. Your arrival is prominence from the deep itself. I have been calling, and now you are the answer. The rite of purification is almost at hand, and you are to be my replacement. I would leave, but the game does say that there's a quest inside of this man, so I'm going to have to reach into his skull and extract the quest. Your trial begins immediately. Tell me, what does your spirit seek? I feel like fish should be an option here.
There is no option for fish.
What option is? Yeah, no. What option is closest to fish? Do you think? Happiness, sadness, or emptiness? I don't want my fish to have things in them, so I think emptiness probably.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd say fish.
A pure vessel. Only those devoid of mortality can ascend past it. And your flesh, what does it crave? The sting of the salt, baby. I'm a sailor. Pain is a trick of the flesh. Do not surrender to it. Finally, what does the world deserve? All of the fish. All of the fish that I bring it. Everything.
Every fish.
In a way, it deserves all that is washed ashore, freely given from the deep. But no more than that. Hey, I just noticed this guy has fish scales on his elbow. It's concluded. You still have much to learn, but that knowledge will be delivered to you in time. Your role as my initiate is to act as herald of the purge, just as I was for the one before me. The nearby spires blaze with eternal fire, yet the stone hearts of these three idols lie barren and void. Retrieve 3 fathomless flames from the crags behind us, and ignite the crucibles. Visit the shrines of the deep. I will mark them. They will offer further guidance, and I must provide no more. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to go find some fathomless flames, whatever those are. I assume items.
What is this weird fish?
A swarm of small creatures. The ravenous children, alone they are nothing, together they summon her. Her? Do not let them grip you, burn them away. The unseeing mother, when the starving cannot eat, she approaches. Blind but can hear her children. Okay, yeah, so don't let the don't let those fish touch you for too long.
Alright.
Follow the magma. Okay. Oh boy, I bet we're gonna have to do some fucking red light, green light bullshit. You weren't here, Gub, but there were brain suckers last stream. That was a real thing I had to deal with. A creature literally called a brain sucker. He tried to suck my brain.
I'm terribly sorry about the brain suck scenario. I don't
Yeah.
know how to help.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. A veteran and I blew him up with a mortar that I dredged up. I don't know where he got the ammo for it. Maybe he was just like putting logs into it.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, we straight up blew them up. I'm sure that's probably not that. That's not going to anger the deep. I know that. Like, the deep can't get any angrier than it already is. No. Also, there's a whole bunch of salvage over here, which I'm happy to see, because oh my fucking god, it's been a real pain finding salvage points by the other islands. And we're just gonna have to sleep on the island next to the fish pervert. So many fish perverts. I really wish I didn't know so many of them.
Me when I'm on Fish Pervert Island.
Like, that's the thing about fishermen. There is something kind of... Like, I don't want to cast aspersions on the noblest and oldest profession, but part of fish farming is squeezing the stuff out of fish. You have to do that to farm fish.
Do you think he just keeps dumping all these glasses into the ocean?
I'm gonna say every pair of glasses is probably just a dead person. Or one dead glasses salesman. I need to find, like, a cheerier fishing game to play after this. Because, like, I feel like I've only ever played upsetting fishing games, and I do like fishing as a rule.
What if it's all the same pair of sunglasses and it's just like whenever you sell it to someone, they're just like, eh.
Yeah, no,
and they just toss it out the window.
Not even they go, this is worthless. The trinket shop owner just loves throwing sunglasses in the ocean. As they say on one of the finest podcasts out there, Trash Future, throw a car battery into the ocean. The fun and legal thrill. I'm not advocating that you do this. But it is the fun and legal thrill. Abyssal. What the hell? Ghost shark. Is that a real species?
Yes. Ghost sharks are particularly rare.
Lacks the teeth of other sharks, instead using bony grinding plates on its skull. Is that also true?
Yep. Ghost sharks are detritivores that subsist almost primarily off of the an armored fucking sturgeon too, huh? An
ossified sea robin. Chittering mandibles scythe the air in front of this deep dweller, its small body encased in a suit of thick bone. So, with the fused skull plate, are they related to, coelacanth? Not coelacanths, Dunkleosteus at all? Really?
Yeah, they're sharks.
Is Dunkleosteus related to anything in the ocean?
No, their line has gone extinct, unfortunately.
Really? Nothing?
Yeah.
That's sad.
None of the armored fish survived the Devonian period.
Huh. That's sad. Also, there's a fucking lighthouse here. What the fuck?
Hmm.
And a cave. Some paintings. The birth of a civilization. A great beacon of light repelling a tentacled figure emerging from the sea. Fall of a civilization. A volcanic eruption tears through a tall lighthouse. Monster shapes devour people as buildings turn to ruin. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna hustle through here. No, later, losers. I'm faster than a fish. I have the power of jet propulsion on my side, idiots.
Foolish fish.
Looks like they only come near me if I get within a certain range of them, and they glow pretty brightly, so I don't think I'm in terribly much danger over here. Just a little bit of danger. Just, you know, variety is the spice of life rather than difficulty in this case, because, again, I am driving a very hard-to-control boat. So if the game gets terribly much harder, I'm gonna have a really bad time. I'm not gonna enjoy it very much. You know, for some reason, I find myself compelled to upgrade exclusively my engines from here on out. Call me crazy, but...
It does seem like the only thing that you need from this point is...
For some strange reason, I want to go fast. Because I'm afraid. Alright. More hook spaces. The hooks, me boy. The hooks. Got the cloth for this. A lot of fucking metal for 4 very small cargo spaces. That's very funny. Alright. So I think I can actually technically... I wonder if I can fit a net if I do some weird stuff with my rod. I think I would have to lose the versatile rod. Sadly. Does adding more poles just add to my fishing speed? Like, if I just add another one of these poles, will I just obtain more fishing speed?
Fish at the speed of
It seems to imply that I will. So I could just fill up my fucking cargo hold with more fishing lines.
Fish unlimited.
You know what? Fish unlimited. Let's see if this actually does what I think it does. Fishing at ludicrous speeds of 275%. Yes! Alright. I don't think I'm gonna use this trawling net again. I think I'm gonna sell that so I can get another light on my boat. Bonk. I really am one of those high beam assholes right now. Like, the game has turned me into that.
I mean, the real world doesn't have horrific beasts that attempt to attack you if they are not.
Okay, here's a question actually. Would you become a high beam asshole in real life if there were beasts on the highway? Like if there was that one SCP car where it's just a police officer that chases you down at like 120 miles an hour?
Yes, I think I would.
Goblet. Covered in a thin veneer of gold leaf, apparently.
Goblet.
I think this is the thing I'm looking for. 2 heavily plated creatures locked in battle. Oh god, they want me to find fucking crabs.
Time.
I guess it's fucking crab time. I couldn't escape it all game. They were gonna make me fucking crab eventually. You thought you could escape the carcination cycle? You fool. None shall escape the carcination cycle. You do well to remember this.
Carcinization is imminent. It is inevitable.
Crab. Crab. Alright, I'm just gonna hope that those bring me the crabs that I need. I'm gonna go check the other shrine. I'm gonna keep Banish on lock for these little fuckers. In case. They really want me to fucking Tokyo drift into some walls in a panic, huh? Well, I'm simply not gonna do it. Not until there's a good reason to. These little bastards want to touch my boat, I swear to God. I'll use the power of the deep on them. That's a guarantee.
Check out your deep power, deep blast.
I should bring some explosives for that wall right there. 2 pale bottom dwellers hiding from their fate. Okay, so a shark and a ray of some sort. I bet the other one's gonna ask me for another variety of fish. Didn't mean to right click there, but you know what? Things happen. Alright, and then we want to go even further northwest for the final one. I think one of the things I need here. Yep, hello, ghost shark. Okay. Probably gonna need to actually do some fishing around here just in general.
You know, the fishing game. The fishing part of the fishing game.
Yeah, you know. Why do you do this to me, huh? You little rat fuckers. You know what? You can't even fucking catch up to me, idiots. Yeah, you wish you could. Fuck you! Fuck you! I can out Tokyo drift these fish. Never mind. I'm not scared unless I'm in a walled-in area now. I can just fucking run from the fish. Remember, much like Pokemon, you have to remember the words of your father. If it sucks, hit the bricks.
You can simply head out.
Okay, I'm gonna keep one of these ghost sharks. I need some packed explosives. I'm not gonna leave without grabbing those, even though my brain kind of wants me to. I also gained access to bait last time. I forgot to mention that, so I'm just gonna grab some bait as well, because that'll probably help with fishing now that I think about it. It's not like chumming the water near piranhas will make something bad happen. When has that ever?
I'm sure it'll be normal.
Yeah. Well, piranhas only attack people if they're starving. Hello, spider crab. A freakishly huge crab from the depths. Gub, do we have any spider crab facts?
Yeah.
What? Lobster?
Spider crab. Tell me about spider crab. The spider crab, primarily the Japanese spider crab, is the most commonly known one.
Is it because... Are they Japanese just because they are found near Japan?
They are, in fact, found near Japan.
Shout out to the Lone Star fungus, which might also be a Japanese fungus, but we're not quite sure. It's not clear. It's incredibly unclear. Also, Fathomless Flame. I guess that's one of the flames we need. Hooray!
Yay, Fathomless Flame.
What if I just... Yeah! There we go. A pale skate. Thought to use hydrothermal vents as incubators for its egg cases. Well, I guess this is just the hydrothermal fish zone. Because we also found a squat lobster, which apparently those just hang out on hydrothermal vents, eating the poison that comes out of them.
Ooh.
Is this true?
Yeah, that tracks squat lobster.
Is there really a lobster that is just called the squat lobster? And is it called that because it is squat?
Yes and yes, and they look kind of like slippers, so they're sometimes called the slipper lobster as
Oh,
well.
I know the slipper lobster. Okay. I hope these explosives kill some fish. As a fisherman, I am now enemies with the ocean. This place sucks. I want to go home. Hey, this gate was actually exactly what I needed for this shrine. That was really good luck. Alright, some refined metal. I don't know where this ancient civilization got all these boat upgrade pieces, but you know what? We're not gonna...
I'm surprised you didn't use the infected skate.
Well, the infected skate will keep good forever. So I can just kind of carry it around like a fish security blanket. This a real dock or... No, that's okay. I'm gonna park right here. Right here. Yeah, you little fuckers. Yeah! Yeah! Suffer! Suffer! Burn! I'm just trying to fucking investigate the shrines. Hey, it's one of those panic obelisks. Oh, I guess that would be the eyeless mother over there. I don't think banish works on her. I think she's just a fish. I don't think she's like a beast of the deep. I think she's just a normal fish that's like that. Two malformed fish writhing under the sun. Okay, so I just need some fucked up fish. You want me to find fucked up fish? Okay, I can find evil fish.
That's nice.
I can find messed up fish. Yeah, no, that's simple. I'm actually just gonna see if I can throw some bait overboard. Let's find out what happens if we do some bait fishing. A trophy ghost shark. Some sort of eel beast. A cusk eel. A miserable looking eel, often found hiding in cracks and crevices. What is up with fishermen being mean to fish that look like they're sad? Ossified sea robin. Hey, that's one of the aberrants I need.
Apparently also a trophy fish.
Yeah. I don't mind giving up the trophy for the sake of the gods. Maybe it'll make the eyeless mother want to stop eating me so much. She hoped in vain. Knowing that the gods would not be so merciful. The stench from my cargo hold is actually a good thing because, again, infected fish don't rot. I know that sounds a little silly, but I promise it's a good thing. You see, the crab fishing's where the real money is these days. Hey, there's the other malformed fish I need. Thanks, Atrophy. I bet the local fish populations love it when I use this ability. I like how it describes the fish as corpses reaped instead of like fish gained or like marvelous creatures retrieved from the ocean blue.
Ah, delicious fish.
Nah, it's just fish murdered. You murdered a fish today, bro. Congratulations. Are you proud? Feel good? Shouldn't. Alright, I'm just going to use the wizard words.
Wizard technique.
I will interlock the malformed fish. Oh, okay. Encrusted talisman. Fishing speed of 330%.
Normal.
It's apparently boat
It's a hook.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, you should switch.
I'm gonna install that on my boat in a little bit. I bet nothing bad will happen if I do that.
I really hope it just changes all of your stuff to be the evil fish.
Yeah, that would really make the $5 pre-order DLC for the talisman very funny. Because quite honestly, like by the time that the yeah, hello Eyeless Mother. I'm glad that most of the threats in this game really aren't all that dangerous. The vibe of the game is like 60% fish, 40% horror, which I appreciate, because they could have balanced it so it was like 90% fish, 10% horror, and it would be a much different vibe. Hooray! We're doing it! Also, I think that talisman might be the thing that opens the lighthouse, unless this guy gives me the thing that opens the lighthouse. So I might check before I install it. Okay, I did it. I don't... You know what, sure, tell me about some shipwrecks before I tell you about any of this stuff. Uh-oh.
No.
He already has the pocket watch. He spray crackle and seethe in the air around it. I see. Strange nourishment after it saps your spirit, huh? The door to what? Is there just like a door, like a literal door that these fish are swimming through in order to turn evil?
Normal big door.
Also, the dock worker's dead. Or, not dead, but there's oil leaking from his ear and he stares into the ocean constantly.
Oh.
Yeah, he got angry at me when I tried to talk to him. Black stone altar, layers of dark, damp wood. May it mark the start of your journey and the end. Is he going to burn himself to death? I'm not gonna say anything. He's not gonna stop, even if I ask him to, so... Turned into fucking sea spray like the goddamn Little Mermaid. The clock face swims underneath cracked glass, hands spinning erratically. You take the pocket watch. It's freezing cold. It vibrates in your palm, clock hands spinning wildly below the cracked face.
Normal.
You know? Yeah. We say that a lot when things aren't normal. I'm just gonna get it out there. That's not normal. That shouldn't happen, actually.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty regular occurrence to it to
I
happen.
don't turn into sea spray. Do you?
Sometimes.
Commonly?
When I'm feeling it. When I'm feeling it.
Commonly?
Not often.
Okay. Just checking. I'm also gonna see if this indeed can just be... No, it's not even the right shape. The door remains shut, I guess. Well, at least there's more wonderful sodden wood to build my boat out of.
Delicious wood. Lumber.
We didn't spend as much time in this area as I expected. I will say I appreciate, again, I was talking about like the variety of threats rather than making the threats more dangerous. Like, none of the enemies in any given area are all that dangerous to the player. Like, they can be if you mismanage them, but on the whole, like, if you use your powers wisely and play the game semi-smartly, like, you're really not in all that much danger at any given point. So it's more just like an evolving texture that the environment has with the different threats, rather than the game becoming dick-bustingly hard. Because one of the problems that I have with the game Sunless Seas that I think I have mentioned before is just that Sunless Seas is a dick-bustingly hard game in some of the late-game areas. And I just can't play it.
It's a game that assumes that once you put a certain part, you're clearly in it for the gameplay.
Yeah, it wants you to be really good, and it wants you to loop through the game multiple times. And that's, like, to be fair, like, one of the quest lines in Fallen London is literally seeking Mr. Eaton's name, which is, I would like to destroy my character's reputation, monetary reserves, body, and soul in order to learn one small piece of lore, that in setting, if I learn this piece of lore, my character canonically uses to end the world. And carrying out the quest line deletes your character from the game after you get the lore. So, like, you know, it's a meditation on suffering, but also it ends up being a lot fucking scarier because you have things like the Constant Companion, which is just a giant spider that can smell fear. So it hunts you at high terror because there's a fucking terror mechanic in the game. So literally, the more scared you get, the angrier the spider gets.
Me when I'm a spider, powered by you being scared of spiders.
Yeah, right? Oh, wow, I can just use refined... Can I just use refined metal in place of, like, normal metal? Because I don't have any more normal metal. I guess I'll check once I find more. Okay, so I have the pocket watch. I'm gonna check those islands to the northwest, I think. Those unmarked ones, because those usually have stuff on them. Is there anywhere else I haven't checked? I guess there's the far south of the Marrows. Like down here. Also, yeah, dick-bustingly hard. I've learned a phrase from one of the browser games that I play that I do think is a good phrase that, like, describes something that not... Like, it's a phenomenon that I feel like gamers struggle to describe sometimes in succinct terms, which is why I like that the browser game Kingdom of Loathing described it very succinctly. Which was, there is something out there, or rather someone, a category of MMO player, known as the Dick Stabber. And the Dick Stabber is someone who, you offer them a choice, alright? For 9 points, they can sleep with the prom queen, prettiest girl in high school, you know, the nicest girl they met, or if they're asexual, you know, they achieve their hopes and their dreams in a single moment, and they also get 9 points, right? You're following me so far, Gub?
Yeah, I'm following you. 9 points.
And then they can take out a knife and stab themselves in the wiener for 10 points. The Dick Stabber is someone who you say 10 points, and they already have their knife out, ready to go. And Kingdom of Loathing is a game built to antagonize those people, Because there's an internal economy where, like, you can't really pay your way to success because you can't really buy, like, any of the digital currency or anything. But there is an internal economy where you only get a certain number of adventures in each area per day. And you have to use items to get those adventures. And certain objects are worth more. Certain objects are worth a lot more.
Certain objects are apparently worth so much that our friend literally is kicking themselves for not getting them.
Yeah, there are literally players who talk about the game in terms of like, oh man, I should have got this object of the month from 12 years ago, because if I had, it would have given me access to a feature that has been phased out now, and it's now worth millions of meat, because the in-game currency is meat. You don't like scrape it out of the monsters, they're just carrying it around, because it's the currency. Alright, just another fish pervert at this island. I'm not really interested in giving him a snack. I guess we can...
So many fish perverts.
Yeah, I guess we can just teleport back to Blackstone, and then I'm gonna actually head south after I have a nap at the island, just so I can see what's at that last unmarked island, but I suspect it's a fish pervert. But one of the most expensive items in Kingdom of Loathing right now is a tiny plastic cocktail sword, because it's a reusable object that you can put in the garnish of certain cocktail items that makes them worth more adventures, and your character reuses it. They're currently worth, like, billions of dollars of in-game currency, and while you can't buy in-game currency, there are supporter rewards that you can technically sell on the in-game market for large amounts of currency, and, hoo boy, those things are expensive.
Weren't some of them destroyed and there's only like a limited number?
Yep, you can destroy certain items from the rare economy is the other thing. Because, for instance, I actually had one of these rare objects once. I went to a Comic-Con and I got the Junior Adventurer's, like, backpack kit, which was worth a couple million meat just because they're rare one-use objects you could only get if you went to a specific Comic-Con. And if you use them, they become a set of tradable items that are worth way, way less. Also, island. There's a campsite with some fucking runes here. Symbols in the sand. Some are grouped together into what must be words. Fresh footprints carefully tread around each symbol. People be sailing to the Marrows just to lose their minds. There's also some items in Kingdom of Loathing you can only literally have gotten if you went to a pool party that the creator held in real life back when it was a very small indie MMO. Like smaller than the small it is now at like a daily user base of 100 players or so. I guess there's just an unknown person fucking losing their mind out here in the middle of the ocean. That's the second one of these like little symbol camps that we've found. Where like someone has hurried off as if something was rushing them unexpectedly. God damn it, there's just another fish pervert down here. I don't want to help him. I'll be honest, I don't like him. That's all there is to it. They're weird.
Not fond of the fish pervert?
No. You know, there's always something strange about the blooping sound that water gives that for some reason makes me think that there is some water in areas of the ocean that's just thicker. Like a lot thicker. Like there's some parts of the ocean that's just as thick as pudding.
The thick ocean.
Yeah, I remember a joke from another streamer It's not even a joke, it's just something one of the streamers said to the other at one point, which was just, hey, do you think Gatorade should be thicker? And one of them responded with, I think Gatorade should be as thick as pudding. And they very clearly had said this to one another before. And I think about that daily. But also, I think there's probably parts of the ocean that are as thick as pudding. Does that hold up scientifically?
I mean, sorta. There's sections that are just filled with microorganisms, and those areas tend to be thicker.
Do we count a siphonophore as part of the ocean?
Perhaps.
Before I give the collector this pocket watch, I am going to go settle up my affairs in town because I have the strangest feeling that I might not return from whatever he asks me to go do. Because I am going to unquestioningly do whatever he tells me to do. He did ask me for help first, so I do have to help him before anyone else. And damn the consequences. We'll just use Chronesis if things go wrong. It'll be fine. Hey, Mr. Mayor. Okay, I can't even talk to Mr. Mayor about the old mayor that I met. I did meet the old mayor last stream. He started screaming at me to throw it back.
Well,
I don't know what he could be talking about. I'm a fisherman. If I do that, I'm gonna lose all my business. I can't just throw back everything I catch. Also, let's go check on the dock worker. We brought him an oily package that, like, oozed and squelched when we touched it. And then he was like, ooh, delicious. And just, like, fucking left with it. And now he's like that, yeah. I'm sure that this scrap of paper is, like, maps to treasure or whatever, but I honestly don't really care, because there's not much lore-related treasure, I don't think. I'm not going to be looking for the rare fish either, because that seems like a lot of work. Oh, there's this message I never read. That's right. Yesterday was the reading of his mother's will. Most of the remaining estate went directly to him, of course, but to my surprise, she bequeathed to me her pocket watch. Curious, but I know that taking it will mean a lot to him. I cannot help but feel it is some veiled jab at me from beyond the grave. He was the type to do such a thing. Was I late on some occasion? I cannot recall. Well, we got his pocket watch back for him.
Yeah, congrats, guy.
Yeah. Hey, what about his wife? Hey, buddy, what about your wife?
Hey, man, where's your wife? I haven't seen her.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, where could your wife be? I really wish I had asked the dock worker before I gave him that package if he ever handled deliveries to Blackstone Island. I had the option to, but he sadly checked out before I could. Alright. What's up, motherfucker? If I can seal the relic, does it just... Okay, I can just talk to him. Tell me more about this book. Yeah. Histories of the Grey Isles. It's quite... Come on, man. Your hypocrisy is wearying. Ask us. Where'd you get it? Don't you remember? You were there.
I don't like that.
Remember what you said about the porthole?
Yeah.
And this screen looking a lot like a mirror? Look right here. So was she. You wanted to forget. Begged me. This is what you asked for. Give me the book. Won't change a thing. The book is ours. His face shatters and falls to the ground. Who would take a fishing job all the way out here? Understand this plainly before you sink us into despair. I know how to bring her back. It's all right there on the pages, and now you've seen its power firsthand. We wield the power to release her from her slumber. Find her last relic, and we can undo everything. Undo what you did.
All right.
Can I
so
go
we've got...
back?
I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. Oh. You can.
Do we want to help him?
Well, we've got the book now, don't we?
Yeah, we always had the book. I'm
Can
pretty
we take
sure.
it anywhere?
Yeah, I mean... Who are you? I am what was fractured from you on that day you dredged the depths. I am what could be. I am your breathless self. Hey, you mentioned my wife. Borat, my wife? He will rise from the deep. The book describes it. We almost have all of the pieces, just one more. I mean, do we want to see both endings of this game? Because I know for a fact there are two endings to this game. Do we want to see the bad ending?
Nah. If we don't have to, let's not see the bad ending.
Alright, nerd. I'll be leaving with this. Fuck you. Ow. Alright. I've got a great idea. I'm gonna go show this book to the old mayor now that I have it. Or always had it? Yeah, always had it, I guess.
Hey, Mayor, I finally figured out what the fuck you were talking about.
I just want to see if he has any extra dialogue.
Isn't it? I think it is very funny that the reason you have memory problems is because you actively chose to seal off your memory problem. I feel like every single memory problems issue that is like that would be solved by just being like, hey, just so you're aware, the reason you have memory problems is because you actively chose to block this off. No, seriously, you actively chose to block this off.
I mean,
are you sure?
I do appreciate him literally telling us that, and I do appreciate this game taking the route of what if I just punch this fucking wizard nerd in the fucking face. I'm a fisherman, you see. What's up, dog? Oh, abandoned campfire. Statue has its arms raised towards the lighthouse at Devil's Spine. Whether gestures in fear or praise, you cannot tell. I guess the old mayor's gone after I talked to him. He used to be here. Close now. Nobody knows. Does he know? Desecrated temple, forgive me. The only way he might understand. Must help him. Must stop him. Eh?
Well, I guess we can go to the old lighthouse and find out.
I guess I'll go to Devil's Spine to make sure that he's not, like, there. Yeah. Good idea. Kind of northwest-ish. Right. Off I go. Choo-choo.
Man, your upgraded ship can really fucking get.
Yeah. This isn't even like the maximum speed I have, because there's technically 2 more engines to get, and the final 1-slot engine is actually better than the arterial engine. A lot of the reviews for the DLC are just like, hey guys, this isn't a cash grab, it's just a developer tip, because 1-slot engines are kind of a fucking waste of space until you get to the late game. And I think it's a pretty accurate assessment of 1-slot engines, if we're being honest. You know what? I'm just gonna grab some treasure. Why not?
Treasure.
No one can stop my collector-like tendencies even now. What if the dredging they're talking about was the past, man? Hee-hoo-hoo-hee-hoo. I'm very intelligent. I do also appreciate that this game is realistic about the fact that you can just sleep on a boat. Like, they don't make you find specific ports that have beds or anything like that. Oh hey, the way to the lighthouse is open.
You just sleep here.
I think. Oh no, it's just a cave. Right. Forgot the lighthouse way is up the stairs. Yeah, I don't know what goes here. Huh. Well. The old mayor, before he left, told me to talk to the lighthouse keeper. Guess I'll go have a chat with her. I guess I always had the book. The book was inside of you the whole time. That's the actual unironic twist of the game Dredge. I have the book. Haven't you had it the whole time, dumbass? I wasn't privy to split personality bullshit. Make the most of this window of lucidity. I can't believe the life of a fisherman fucking, like, gave us the power we needed to resist the book. I'm ready. Okay, so they don't save from this point onwards. So I'll just come back to here if I don't, if I do this. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see the other ending. I'm probably just gonna wrap up stream once I show the ending. But spoilers from here on out. This is the ending of Dredge. If the game says so. So. Until the ocean is as it was all those years ago.
Waiting for the right time.
Oh, the
I
dead
like
of...
that it just automatically. Very nice.
Yeah, the dead of fucking night. It's time. I'll point the way. Follow my light. Go and do what's right. For her. Throw it back. So just west, huh? Okay. Well, time appears to have fucking frozen.
Foggy the shit out of here.
Yeah, I sure am glad I have 3,000 lumens worth of fucking halogen high beams.
There was a single thing you could fish on the way.
No. I feel like that would anger the gods more. Throw it back. The book struggles in your grasp, its weight somehow shifting from side to side. Silver ribbons flail pathetically against your fingers. Throw it back. You hold it high above your head. A low groan rumbles from the book, echoed by another from the depths. Throw it back. You throw it into the foaming water. That's not good.
Oh. Oh. The very big fish. Hmm. Oh. Hmm.
Huh. The whole time, that region had Aurora Borealis, and it was fucking covered by the fog. No fucking wonder, like, the mayor of Greater Marrow is, like, so insistent on it being a tourist town. It probably was a tourist town, and then fucking 20 years ago, we dug up the goddamn book and ruined everyone's fucking life. I'm not really that angry that we got eaten there, because, like, fish penance, man. We deserved that.
Ooh. Very, very, very sailor game.
Live by the sea, die by the sea. This game developed in New Zealand. Yeah, damn books always ruining everything. That's what you should do if anyone ever tries to make you read a book. Just throw it in the ocean. We were talking about car batteries at the top of the stream. Don't do that, you'll hurt the fish. Throwing a book into the ocean is the fun and legal thrill. Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the credits, you know?
Aurora Borealis. Also, I can see exactly how you weren't able to see the fucking rocks through the fog, considering how supernatural it was, as it turns out.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. There's literally rocks that only appear at high panic around Greater Marrow. Do you think, like, because with the brain suckers, like, there was a guy on stream, there was the Airman, and he mentioned that his platoon ended up, like, biting and stabbing one another because they were at high panic because of the mind suckers. Do you think with the illusionary rocks, we're just, like, taking a fucking pickaxe to our own ship or something? Just, like, smacking it with our fucking billhook?
I think it'd be very funny if we were purposefully ramming it into rocks that we saw.
Yeah. No, it's like that one Flash game that was made to sort of mock Spec Ops: The Line. It was like it was a Flash game called It Was a Hallucination. And it was literally you're playing Space Invaders, and you played Space Invaders, and then after the level of Space Invaders, it went, it was a hallucination, and the Space Invaders were children. And then it asked you to play a game of Pac-Man, and when you beat the game of Pac-Man, it went, it was a hallucination, and the Pac-Man pills were actually children, and you were killing them. No! I'm just, like, I'm imagining just the fishermen looking at a fucking patch of open water, and then in their mind, the collector just being like, a rock. We should steer around that, old boy. Look over there, a patch of open water. And you just pan the camera over, and it's just a fucking lump of coral that's 3 feet tall sticking out of the water. Shout out to Graham Saunders, a person who has one more E than is necessary in their first name.
Shout out to Paul Carr, the cloud administrator.
Yeah.
They're in charge of all clouds.
He's like that guy from California who built the big scrap metal noisemaker in order to break up clouds. Did you hear about that guy?
No, what?
Yeah, there was a guy, he built a sound cannon out of random shit, his words, not mine, that he had in his backyard, and he used it to, like, blow up clouds and frighten birds, because he had a couple acres of farmland just out in the middle of nowhere. And when the local newspaper went to interview him, because it was a slow news day, he basically said, yeah, so basically, I'm tired of all this fucking COVID bullshit, and I wanted something to do, so I built a thing to make a really loud noise. And the noise is so loud, I use it to blow clouds into smaller clouds. That's what the cloud administrator does. They give him one of those, and they just go around making sure that the clouds don't get too big. I have to wonder what the difference between simplified Japanese and traditional Japanese is, because I can't think of many other languages that have a traditional and simplified version. People will be grammar Nazis, but it's not like there's a simplified American dialect. There's only pidgins with other languages.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess there's Mandarin. Like, there's different dialects of Chinese, but, like...
You could try spelling
aren't there also
A-B-E.
different symbol? I'm Sorry, I'm just thinking about language now. This always happens when I get to the language parts of the game credits.
Language, baby. How we
Conlangs are
communicate
scary.
as an organism.
Yeah, no, if you're one of the people who do conlangs, you have powers that I can barely begin to fathom. So, how do we feel about Dredge? I liked Dredge.
We threw it back.
Yeah, we threw it back. No, I appreciate a game where at the very end its ambiguity is explained in a way where they don't tell you directly, like, you caused the evil fog because you dug up the book from the deep and you are looking to use it to bring your wife back. Like, no one says that directly to you. There is no exposition fairy who spells that out. But the game does give you the individual pieces very clearly. It's like, okay, people keep mistaking me for the collector. Maybe I was the collector. The collector wants all of these relics. Okay, well, these relics are connected to these old bottles. These old bottles talk about a dead wife. Well, maybe we want to bring a dead wife back. And then when you actually talk to the old mayor, you can then confront the collector about it. And when you finally do, like, they have that big reveal. And I feel like a lot of psychological games don't have that big reveal moment of just, like, literally you're hallucinating, all of this was a lie. Like, the line, I talk about it a lot on stream, but for me, the absolute high watermark is Spec Ops: The Line, because, spoiler alert, at the end of that game, there's a moment where you find the supposed villain whose fault all your war crimes is, and he's already dead, so you're left with the message of the game, which is all of the war crimes are your fault, actually. And so, like, I feel like a lot of psychological games are scared of having a reveal like that because they're afraid of being seen as too heavy-handed. Like, the shot of you literally just punching the collector in the fucking face and he turns into you hunched over a mirror in agony. Like, I feel like other games might not have done that. The fishing was good. I appreciate that there were multiple fishing minigames. I feel like a lot of fishing games neglect the fact that there are multiple fishing styles that you have to employ, especially for multiple types of fish.
I did find that was nice that they like had different varieties of fishing minigame to represent the different varieties of fishing that you had to do.
Yeah, because, like, you know, again, some fishing games I feel like the developers of the fishing games very clearly only ever bobber fished as a kid, which is forgivable because I am a fishing weirdo who knows a lot about fishing. You got your spoon fishing, you got your jig fishing, you got your fly fishing, you got your bottom fishing, you got your feeder fishing, you got your drag fishing, you got your magnet fishing, which is when you take a magnet and you fish for rocks and shit. You got lobster fishing, which actually requires a pot and you throw it in the water. You got noodling, where you stick your hand into a catfish den and you grab them by the mouth and you pull them on out. There's a lot of types of fishing.
There's very many varieties of fishing.
But yeah, Dredge was good. It's basically a whole game of those, like, wiki moments that I love, where it's just like, here's the new area. Here's the menacing threat. You will have to learn more about it over time. And none of them are like, again, that difficult to deal with, but they're all unique and distinctly interesting. And each area has their own fish, so you can find different fish everywhere. And there's more secret stuff that I'm probably honestly not going to go back and do because I don't think I missed much there, other than, like, literally better fishing equipment. Like, feeding the fish perverts literally just gets me books that makes me better at boating and fishing. Something that I am not going to do once the game is over. I'm sorry.
You don't love fishing that much, which I understand.
Dredge was fun, but it's not the kind of game that I'm just gonna pop open to, like, fish and relax in. That's not what the game's about. So, yeah, that was Dredge. Any final thoughts before I return everyone to the age-old practice of Ibis Watch?
No, no final thoughts. I was gonna say one final thought. Please think about a fish, but the fishing is over, so no final thought.
Oh, well, no, you're allowed to think about a fish. Listen. Think about a fish. If you have a problem thinking about a fish, look up a gar. They're a pretty funny fish. Good night.